What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It has been quite a few years since I have recorded a video, so I do apologize about this bad commentary. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can automate any Windows program. Doesn't matter if it's, a browser window or just a desktop application. As long as you're in Windows and as long as the window in question has text on it, you should be good. So before I show you guys what the tool is or how to use it, you're going to want to make sure that you download a program called AutoHotKey version 1. So if you go to AutoHotKey.com, you'll be greeted by this big green download button, and we're going to go ahead and click on download. Now, here's where you're going to want to pay attention. So make sure that you download version 1. So download this one. Do not download version 2. Because the program that we're going to be using in this video, as of the making of this video, only works with version 1. I'm sure that the creator will at some point update it to be compatible with AutoHotKey v2, but for now, just make sure to download this old version 1.1. So I'm not going to show you guys how to install it. It's pretty straightforward, but as you guys can see, I already have it. So once you've downloaded and installed version 1 of AutoHotKey, you're going to want to go to this website called theautomator.com/AutomateMyTask. And this is actually the program that we're going to be using to automate whatever we're trying to do. So in order to download this program, you're going to want to click here, just give me the download, or click on any of the other buttons if you want to pay the creator money. But you don't have to, you can just download for free. So then you can basically click here and just download the program. And I believe, you need to click on checkout. And I believe you actually need to provide them with some personal data, right? So they obviously want to add you to their email list. So once you filled all of that in, you can click on download and you can download the program. And yeah, once you have it, you can now open this file, and I was gonna hide this here for now. And once you've downloaded AutomateMyTask, you'll get this AutomateMyTask.hk file. And now that we have AutoHotKey installed, all you need to do is just double click this and the program will open. If you don't have AutoHotKey installed, you can't open it, nothing will happen. So just make sure you have AutoHotKey installed. And this is where the fun part of the video begins, because now we can actually automate stuff without writing any code. So I'm going to go ahead and use this as an example. So let's say that we want to fill in 4. Or actually, let's start with this website. I'm going to give you guys like a few examples. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and I know this program seems a little bit intimidating because there's lots of buttons and lots of settings, but it's super easy. First thing you're going to want to do is click on capture window or press F4. Once you've done that, you can see this little tooltip that moves around, and you're going to hover it over your the window that you're trying to automate. So let's say that I'm trying to automate my browser. Well, all I need to do is hover over the program and press F4. And now, as you guys can see, it grabs the title of the window. So it says AutoHotKey and then Google Chrome, which is obviously my browser. It also does the same thing for the window class. So if you don't know what this is, doesn't matter, don't touch it. Now that we have the window, we can actually start automating things within the window. So let's say that we want to click the download v2 button. Well, we can either press F1 or press on this capture button. And as you guys can see, we are now doing an image search, or rather a pixel search. So let's move it over here. Let's say that I want to select v2. And once we've kind of locked in the area, we can press F1 on the keyboard. So let's see. Oh, not sure what's up with my mouse today, but now that I've pressed F1, I need to move away my mouse and press F1 again. Because as you guys can see, once you hover over the button with your mouse, the color changes. And I just knocked over my Coke. All right, I'll clean it up later. But yeah, like I said, once you hover over a button, obviously the color changes. So to kind of circumvent that problem, we need to move away our mouse and now press F1 again. So now we have selected this area. And if you click on Display Matches, it's going to show you the area that it has selected. Or it should at least. Doesn't seem to be doing it, and I'm not sure why. Maybe if I do this, nothing's happening. All right. Well, let's hope that doesn't cause any problems. But now that we've captured this area, we can select whether we want to do a left mouse click or a middle click, a right click, or an actual click. And this is honestly not going to make much of a difference. The only situations where this might actually make a difference is if the program that you're trying to automate is blocking, programmatic clicks. So if the only way to actually select items in a program is to physically click things, this, helps you kind of circumvent that blockage. Honestly, you're probably not going to need this, but some programs just don't allow automation, so they make it very difficult to click on things. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can actually click on stuff. And unfortunately, it looks like it's not able to select or find the area. So let's see if selecting a broader area changed anything. And it says nothing was found. So I guess in this situation, we're going to have to reselect it again. Let's try to maybe, let's see if we can select this area. So once again, press F1, then move away your mouse and press F1 again. And let's see if we have any matches. And now we do have matches. All right. So as you guys can see, it's not perfect. So you do want to make sure that you actually test the program before you try to automate things. But we can now click on test, and it's not able to find the pixel group. Very interesting. What if we do a actual click? Nothing's changing. And now I see why. It's because we have different steps here. So make sure to delete this step. And now it works. Okay, well, I'm not actually going to cut out this part of the video because, as you can see, it's a little bit tricky to use. And obviously, if you're not paying attention, things might not work. So as you can see, it doesn't actually delete any steps. So if you try to recapture something, it doesn't delete the previous step. So just make sure that this makes sense, right? So let's try it again. There we go. It works. And now we can automatically download files from, this window. Now, once we're done with this, we can actually click on export. And we get this blue screen. It's not an error screen. This is just the code that is now copied to our clipboard. And if we create a new file, we can actually do that by right-clicking anywhere on our desktop or File Explorer, and then click on New and select AutoHotKey scripts. So if you've installed AutoHotKey, you can just right-click anywhere on your computer and create an AutoHotKey script. So let's name this Test 1, and make sure to select this, so an empty clean slate, not V2, which I have installed, but this is not a V2 script. So make sure we have nothing here. And now it's going to open up a VS Code. And if you don't have a VS Code installed, you can actually just use Notepad. So I highly recommend installing VS Code or some other, text editor. Let me just save this real quick. Because if we compare this to Notepad, it's it's going to be a lot more concise. Let me just delete this. So as you guys can see, there's no fancy colors. Honestly, this is unreadable. This is just a bunch of random gibberish, right? But if you're using something like VS Code, or some other text editor, maybe you're using, Notepad++, you can actually see the colors and then you know what's going on. But whatever, for this video, we're not going to do anything complicated. We're just going to use Notepad. And now we have saved our AutoHotKey scripts. So all you need to do really is create an AutoHotKey file, open it with Notepad or any other text editor, copy paste the code, and this script will now work. So I'm just gonna double click this. Oh, and there we go. I want to make sure that nothing is blocking my screen, because obviously if something is blocking your screen, it might not actually work. See, it's not able to find the pixel group, and that is because this window is blocking it. So it's not perfect. You do need to make sure that you don't have anything blocking your view, but let's just click on it one more time. There we go. And yeah, I could just do this as many times as I want. I can now automate whatever, action I want. So that was going to be our first example. I want to give you guys one more just to show you that it really works with anything, really. We can automate this. We can automate File Explorer. We can automate, actions on our desktop. But I'm just going to give you guys another browser example. So let's see. There it is. So I'm going to capture another window. Once again, just click on the window that you want to automate. Press F4 on your keyboard. And now it's going to grab the title of this tab. It says RoboForm, blah, blah. We're just going to leave this as is. Now press F1 to capture. Actually, let's use this option. This is set text. So rather than just sending clicks, we can also set text. So let's press F2 this time around. And let's say that I want to find this area. So hover over this with your mouse, press F2, and move your mouse away from this area, press F2 again, and now we actually need to press F2 again to set the offsets. So this might sound a little bit confusing, but basically what we're doing is we're grabbing this text, so TIT, and then we're basically going to calculate an offset. So I'm going to click here. And if I click on display matches, actually no, if I click on show offsets, it's going to show this little button here, which means that the program is going to click on this area. So that's kind of the way this works. And now if we click on set text, we can set the text to anything we want. Let's say John Doe. And if we click on test, it is going to set the text to John Doe. So this is really, really cool. It's a little bit confusing, so it does take some time to get used to it. But yeah, if you want to automate form filling, this is one way to do it. There are better ways of doing it. But this is still pretty cool. So let's do another one. Let's say that we want to, let's see. Automate this, so press F. Oh, wait, didn't want to do that. Yeah, right. Press F2. I should have changed my mouse sensitivity before recording this video. So press F2, press F2 again, and now press F2 a third time to select the offset. There we go. And as you can see, there are quite a few options, so you do want to be careful with this. Since this is the first option, it's going to, choose this one. But this is something you want to keep in mind. So this might not actually be a good, combination of letters to select this. But I'm just going to leave it as is for now. So I'm just going to set this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's test our script real quick. John Doe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And let's select some more things to automate. Let's see. I'm going to set this one, press F2, press F2 again, set the offsets. Let's, move it all the way over here. Doesn't really matter. And doesn't really matter what I put here. And once again, we can now fill in forms automatically. So let's once again click on exports. It's going to give us a blue screen. I really don't like how it's like, it gives me like mini panic attacks because it kind of looks like a blue screen of death, but it's literally just the code that we have. So let's make our second script, right click here, click on new AutoHotKey script. Test number 2. Click Create. And I'm going to open this with Notepad. Right click, click on Edit with Notepad. And let's just copy paste our clipboard in here. There we go. Click on File Save. And now let's try out our scripts. I'm just going to close this here. And yep, there it is. I'm just going to reload this. There we go. Now, the awesome thing about AutoHotKey is that you can actually combine this with your other AutoHotKey scripts if you've ever used it before. I'm not going to cover that in this video because I feel like this video is already too long, but if you guys are interested in kind of more advanced ways of automating your computer, then do let me know it down in the comments section below. But I think this is a very solid approach of automating very basic tasks if you're not very tech savvy. The program does take a little bit of getting used to, but it's very cool, very powerful. But that is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then make sure to leave a like or a comment down below. And if you guys have any suggestions or, any questions about this, let me know and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Now, last but not least, I will include some videos down in the description below on, tutorials on how to use these different programs, on, how to use AutoHotKey or how to use AutomateMyTask, because I am painfully aware that this video is super duper short and it's just not going to be, enough to really, automate super complex things. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. And have a great rest of the day wherever you are.